Hi, I am Idilin Kural from Group 2. So this is my topic, get started with emotional intelligence training in your organization. In his book, Emotional Intelligence, Travis Bradbury writes, EQ emotional intelligence is so critical to success that it accounts for 58% of performance in all types of jobs. It's the single biggest predictor of performance in the workplace and the strongest driver of leadership and personal excellence. So consider the implications of this fact. If EQ accounts for 50% of performance, then providing emotional intelligence training in your workplace will significantly boost the results of your individual contributors, leaders, and entire teams. Employees who have a high emotional intelligence sila yung may katalinuhan na maaari nilang malutas ang isang problema. Then, mahusay sila may pag-communicate sa mga kliyente nila, pati na rin sa mga kasamahan nila, and manage conflicts in a way that leads to a productive outcome. Relationships are important in business, and often the people we think of as natural leaders are very adept with building and maintaining relationships. Leaders with high emotional intelligence can retain talent, coach managers, and guide an organization towards success. So, what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways, to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. So, let's watch the example of emotional intelligence in real world at work. What you need to start developing your employees' emotional intelligence. Now that you understand the benefits of developing your employees' emotional intelligence, you're probably wondering how to improve EQ in your workplace, which is where your training program becomes a true catalyst for change. Before you can train employees to improve their EQ, it's important to understand what emotional intelligence is. Emotional intelligence training is about improving how your employees understand and influence their own emotions and the emotions of their coworkers. So, there are four components of EQ that most research recognizes, and each of these components can be developed as building blocks to improve your employees' overall EQ. A well-rounded emotional intelligence training program will target these four components, helping expand your employees' mastery of their self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. So, this is the first step in improving your employees' emotional intelligence is to develop their self-awareness by helping them understand their own feelings and biases. Are your employees projecting emotions onto someone else because of their own feelings? Are they struggling to receive constructive criticism because of their personal bias against the person giving it? Teaching self-awareness to your employees means helping them know when to take a moment to evaluate their thoughts and what emotions they're associated with. Improving their self-awareness won't only improve your employees, emotional intelligence. It will empower them to help others do the same and will break down the walls that hinder collaboration and growth. Travis Bradbury writes, self-awareness is the process of getting to know yourself from the inside out and outside in. So, let's watch the video of self-awareness example. The next step is self-management. How employees manage their own emotions and reactions. As with many things in life, emotions and our resulting behaviors have better outcomes when expressed in moderation. Negative emotions can quickly spiral out of control and have a long-term impact on our own well-being and our relationships with others. It is unreasonable to expect employees to work well with each other if they consistently do a poor job of communicating their own thoughts and feelings. Self-management skills help employees to deal with intense or confusing circumstances without exacerbating the situation. A good example of self-management is in this clip, so let's watch the video.
Speaking of having it all, where were you?
I went to the beach.
Oh, the beach.
It's not working, Jerry. It's just not working.
What is it that isn't working?
Why did it all turn out like this for me? I had so much promise. I was personable. I was bright. Oh, maybe not academically speaking, but I was perceptive. I always know when someone's uncomfortable at a party.
Got knocking over there?
It all became very clear to me sitting out there today that every decision I've ever made in my entire life has been wrong. My life is the complete opposite of everything I want it to be. Every instinct I have in every aspect of life, be it something to wear, something to eat, it's all been wrong. Everywhere.
Tuna on toast, coleslaw, cup of coffee.
Yeah. No, wait a minute. I always have tuna on toast. Nothing's ever worked out for me with tuna on toast. I want the complete opposite of tuna on toast. Chicken salad on rye, untoasted, with a side of potato salad and a cup of tea.
Well, there's no telling what can happen from this.
You know, chicken salad's not the opposite of tuna. Salmon's the opposite of tuna, because salmon swim against the current, and the tuna swim with it.
Good for the tuna.
George, you know that woman just looked at you.
So what? What am I supposed to do?
Go talk to her.
Elaine, bald men with no jobs and no money who live with their parents don't approach strange women.
Well, here's your chance to try the opposite. Instead of tuna salad and being intimidated by women, chicken salad and going right up to them.
Yeah, I should do the opposite. I should.
If every instinct you have is wrong, then the opposite would have to be right.
Yes. I will do the opposite. I used to sit here and do nothing and regret it for the rest of the day. So now I will do the opposite and I will do something. Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice that you were looking in my direction.
Oh, yes, I was. You just ordered the same exact lunch as me.
My name is George. I'm unemployed and I live with my parents.
I'm Victoria. Hi. What are we gonna do? Should we just move?
It won't be necessary.
Shut your trunks and stop kicking the seats! We're trying to watch the movie! And if I have to tell you again, we're gonna take it outside and I'm gonna show you what it's like! You understand me?
Now shut your mouths or I'll shut them for you. And if you think I'm kidding, just try me. Try me. Because I would
Love it!
Hey, I just found $20. I tell you this, something is happening in my life. I did this opposite thing last night. Up was down, black was white, good was...
Dad?
Day was...
Nice.
Yes!
So you just did the opposite of everything.
Yes! And listen to this, listen to this. Our uncle works for the Yankees and is gonna get me a job interview. A front office kind of thing, assistant to the traveling secretary. A job with the New York Yankees. This has been the dream of my life ever since I was a child. And it's all happening because I'm completely ignoring every urge towards common sense and good judgment I've ever had. This is no longer just some crazy notion, Elaine, Jerry. This is my religion.
Well, I guess your messiah would be the Antichrist.
Come on, let's go.
You are the complete opposite of every applicant we've seen. Mr. Steinbrenner, sir. There's someone here I'd like you to meet. This is Mr. Costanza. He's one of the applicants.
Nice to meet you.
Well, I wish I could say the same, but I must say, with all due respect, I find it very hard to see the logic behind some of the moves you have made with this fine organization. In the past 20 years, you have caused myself and the city of New York a good deal of distress, as we have watched you take our...
By managing his response, George acts on the opposite of what his instinct tell him to do, and his results are surprisingly and hilariously positive. Thomas Jefferson once said, "When angry, count to 10 before you speak. A very angry, count to 100. Employees with strong self-management skills essentially count to 10 in response to almost every conversation, so they're able to craft more effective responses. This is one of the main reasons why self-management is so crucial for building relationships." So the step 3 of improving EQ is to develop social awareness. This requires a combination of observation, active listening, and perhaps most importantly, empathy. Empathy is the glue that connects self-awareness to relationship management, and it's a factor that most impacts social awareness. So, let's watch the example of social awareness. Empathy in this context is the extent to which an individual understands how a different person might interpret an event. So this is the last step, is using emotional intelligence to connect and develop healthy relationships with people. Your employees can use the first 3 steps: self-awareness, self-management, and social awareness to successfully manage their interactions with others. So this is the relationship management. In his book, Emotional Intelligence, Why It Can Matter More Than EQ, Daniel Goleman says that individuals with strong relationships management skills can better develop others, inspire others, help lead during change and uncertainty, influence others, manage conflicts, master teamwork and collaboration. Thus, benefits of emotional intelligence all help to make individuals and departments more successfully. Travis Bradbury Wright. Travis Bradbury tells us the secret to winning this culture game is to treat others how they want to be treated, not how you would want to be treated. The keys to building an effective emotional intelligence training program in your organization. Providing EQ training to your workforce will yield tremendous benefits and improve the results your business is able to achieve. As modern workplaces become more interested in developing and learning culture, emotional intelligence has become an increasingly important area of focus for training and development. That's all. Thank you.